Hello, in this video we're looking at Bodhicaryavatara, chapter 6, Kshanti Paramita, verse 27. Yat pradhanam kilabhishtam yat tadatmeti kalpitam tadevahi bhavamiti nasanchintyo pajayate. Now with the text up. There we are. Yat pradhanam kilabhishtam yat tadatmeti kalpitam tadeva hi bhavamiti nasanchintyoupajayate. This verse starts off with yat, stem form say yad, yat pradhanam, the relative here, not the relative adjective, but relative pronoun, though they have the same forms, different uses. So yet, that which is what, meaning that which is here. So that which is the pradhanam, from the root da, a well-known root da, to put. Pradhana, pra here means to the fore, in front. So pradhana is something that is placed in front. That's the basic meaning of it. And as an adjective, it can mean chief or foremost. For example, in modern India, in Hindi, the word for prime minister, chief minister, is the Pradhan Mantri. The man with the mantra. Mantri is a minister. So the Pradhan Mantri, it's pronounced in Hindi, means the foremost, therefore prime or chief minister. It has various meanings as a noun. One of which is the chiefest thing, the foremost thing, that which existed before all else, as I've explained here. Hindu philosophy, the primary germ of all existence, or the primal matter. And I've done a note on it in the explanatory glossary. And the abhishtam is sought for, looked for. We have our root ish. Let me give you iPad. Don't know why it's doing that. Oh well. The root ish, meaning to want, and by extension to seek. Slightly irregular because it's not ishati but ichhati. Quite a common verb, and a desire or a wish is an icha, feminine noun with a long a, icha, and it makes its past participle ishta, meaning desired or wanted. And if you do something unwanted, undesirable, that is an anishta, doing undesirable things. He does undesirable things. Anishtani, neuter plural, anishtani karoti. He behaves in an undesirable way, does undesirable things. Now, with the verbal prefix abhi with the idea of towards and over, it bears both those meanings. That is sometimes used in connection with mental activities, meaning the mind being, or the desires being drawn towards something. Also means the mind, going towards something to understand it or grasp it. As for example, in the last word of the first verse of the Karaniya Metta Sutta, Yantam Santam Padam Abhisamecha, who grasps, understands that path of peace. So abhishta, it's kind of the same as ishta, desired, because a desire is, after all, the going forth of the mind towards something. But the abhi suggests this kind of dynamic movement of the mind, impelled by its desire for it. So this we have abhi ishta, which of course by sandhi becomes abhishta. So the abhishtam pradhanam, this primary germ, this primary seed of all matter that that the minds, particularly the minds of the sadhus, the ascetics, seeks to find. Um, and the kila is just a particle here, is a modal particle. As far as I can see, you can just translate it as indeed or something like that. It doesn't really add much to the meaning, as far as I can see. Um, but note that both in Sanskrit and in Pali, this kila, which actually in Pali becomes kira with a r. Hang on, so I got to get rid of that. It often has it can mean just an emphatic particle, but in certain contexts, when you're, say, if you quote a proposition or quote something that has been said, you can put kila in Sanskrit, kira in Pali, to mean I've heard said, or one says, it seems so. That has the meaning then that you're quoting something without, don't take. I'm not responsible for the accuracy of this. I'm just repeating what I've heard. So it is said. But here it's just a particle, as I said, that doesn't actually add anything to the meaning as far as I can see. So that abhishtam pradhanam, this sought for primal germ. Yet tadatmeti kalpitam, yet tad, literally which that, and that which is kalpitam, imagined as the Atma, or that which people imagine to be the Atma. So let me call up here. Tadevahi, even that is very emphatic. Tadevahi, even the pradhana, even the Atma, the Paramatma, the primal germ of all existence, the overarching divine Atman, even all that, Tadevahi, does not come into being thinking, "Ooh, I think I'll come into being." Um, so the iti here is that which is imagined, kalpitam, Atma, thus Atma, unquote, meaning that which is imagined to be the Atma, that which is imagined as being the Atma. So all of that, tadevahi, all of that, na upajayate, does not come into existence, sanchintya, thinking, having come to the conclusion, formulated the intention, bhavami iti, I am or I will be, unquote. So in the previous verse, we had these various things that did not come into existence with the chetana, with the notion, the idea of the thinking and the conscious intention, the chetana. This is the verb with the prefix some here expressing a completed, perfected action, the end of a process resulting in a result. So sanchintya, so sanchintayati, and the absolutive form sanchintya, having concluded, having formulated the intention. So even all that, the pradhanam and even the atma, tadevahi, we could translate into English. Even all of that doesn't think about it and formulate an intention and come into existence. That is to say, as a result of that intention. In Sanskrit, it's more normal to say, it does not, having intended, come into existence. Now we've had the jayate, I described that I think it was in the previous verse. Again, this is the um, third singular middle form, the Atmanipada form. So jayate, to be born, upajayate, it means kind of the same thing, but upajayate, to be born up, to spring up into existence, to come up into existence. It's a bit like utpada, utpadyate, and upajayate, convey the same notion of springing up into existence. Oops, hang on. May have lost my connection there. So I'll go through this, I'll read through this again, and then if any other points come into my mind, I'll pause and make them and then give the final reading. Yat pradhanam kilabhishtam yat tadat meti kalpitam tadeva hi bhavamiti na sanchintyoupajayate. Remember, sanchintya upajayate becomes sanchintyoupajayate. Yet there is one point. Tadevahi, all of that. The first line describes two things that it's talking about. There's the abhishtam pradhanam, this much sought for primal germ, and the that which is imagined as the Atma. In the second pada, yatadat atmeti kalpitam, the yet is kind of a necessary thing. It's that which is imagined to be, that which is thought of, that which is thought of as the Atma. So here the yet, the tad could be omitted, by the way, without changing them. Yadat meti kalpitam would be equally correct. That which is thought of or imagined as the Atma. So the yet here is necessary because it is genuinely a kind of a relative clause, that which is thought of as the Atma. But in the first pada, yat pradhanam kilabhishtam, the yat is kind of redundant in the sense that it could have been omitted. So the much sought after pradhana, okay, fine, that expresses the concept. In Sanskrit and Pali, you can, slightly more long-windedly, but very idiomatically, that which is the much sought after pradhan, and you find that same mode of speech even in modern Hindi. That is to say, something, that thing, that which is that thing, is good idiomatic modern Hindi. So I will now read it through once more before winding up this video. Yat pradhanam kilabhishtam yat tadatmeti kalpitam tadeva hi bhavamiti na sanchintyoupajayate. And that's all on this video.